20. You're like, all right, just start it from 5.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the Hip Hop Happy Hour. I'm your host, Brad Bailey. My co-host with me, Uncle Evan.
Yes,
We're
sir.
back.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's feeling better. We had to take last week off. Everybody was a little under the weather.
Sometimes you need to do that.
Time. Yep. So we had a good little break. You know, got a little bit healthier. But without further ado, we're gonna bring it right into our guest. He's from Windsor, Vermont. And when you hear Vermont, you don't think hip hop, but he's gonna change your idea about that.
Fucking right.
So let's bring him on camera. Our special guest for this evening, Jarv.
What up? What up?
Only.
What up, bro?
Good.
What's up, fellas? How you doing?
What's going on? Thank you for being a part of the Hip Hop Happy Hour.
Oh, my pleasure.
But
I mean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
yes,
That's
it is.
right,
Yes,
dude.
it is. Grab a drink, grab a smoke, grab whatever.
Absolutely.
That's right.
But how we lead this off is for anyone that doesn't know you, that's never heard of you, that's been under a rock somewhere. Like actually, I was until recently under a rock somewhere. Tell us who you are.
My name is Nathan Richard Jarvis. So I'm from Windsor, Vermont, and I'm an MC, producer, wannabe DJ, skateboarder,
All around ladies,
extraordinaire.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Philanthropist, superhero.
I don't know how to cook.
That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much. What's that?
They say you got to learn how to make something.
That's right. Ramen noodles.
There you go.
That's my specialty. Yeah, that's pretty
They all
much
go
it.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, he's underselling it. Incredible producer, incredible MC, great showman. Nah. I know, you know what I mean. I get it. But this is the opportunity to give the flowers where they are well deserved. So we do appreciate your time, and you already know, you know what I mean. You know I'm a fan, and this is something that's really like, yo, we it's an honor to have you here as a part of this for this time, taking the chop up with us. And to the listeners, to the viewers, don't let him undersell you. This fucking kid is bananas. Like, not even a little bit. I'm a bona fide fan. And that's aside from any personal relationship. This kid is the truth.
Thank you, bro. Uncle Evan, coming from you, man, I really appreciate it, bro. You're a fucking beast. So
thank you, Don, man. You already know how it's mutual. I step back from any of the things that I take part in always when I give my flowers to any MC or any artist, because it's well deserved. These aren't just words of blowing smoke and nothing like that, you know. And you stay busy. You stay moving.
I'm trying.
No, you know, I mean, like, you just came off the tour with Dylan I-9 and Burns.
Mr. Burns.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
And you did the Palmer Squares.
Yeah.
Now, how was that?
Well, so I did the Burns I-9 Dylan tour, and then right after that I did this tour with Spose.
Right,
and then after that I did the tour with Palmer Squares. And then yeah, shout out to all of them. Those are my fucking dudes. And you know, amidst all that, I was like finishing up my album and everything. So I've been the past like 6 months have been like insanely busy for me. The amount.
Don't cop that shit. It's the truth. It really is, bro. And I got, I think, I don't know. I think I got 3 of your records at least. I know I have.
Yeah, well, I have. Yeah. The Boiler Room, I only had it on CD, but so I've done two on vinyl so far, like the Flow Stimulus, the last one, and this one. But I had plans to kind of go through my whole back catalog and get everything pressed up on the wax. But problem was I used to make albums fucking long as hell, so I'll
you got
do like
2
double
vinyls
LPs
instead of 1. Yeah.
Right. So it's like fucking $6,000. You know what I mean? So it's
right.
Kinda,
you got to pay for that extra 3 minutes. You're
it's a little scarier. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. All right. Well, you know, we you know how these interviews go. We're gonna go left. We're gonna go right. We're gonna say a whole bunch of crazy shit. First off, how is your recovery from the skateboarding?
Oh, dude, I feel good. It feels my shit. So for those who don't know, I broke my collarbone drunkenly skateboarding on Halloween night here in Brooklyn, New York, and it was like 4:30 in the morning, and I fucked myself up. So that was like, well, technically it was Halloween morning because it was the day before. It was like the 30th. I went out, and then I got home on the 31st. You know what I'm saying? But so I fucked myself up then, and then I got surgery on November 21st. So it's been like a month and a half. So I'm feeling pretty good. I got a big ass cool scar.
Nice chick stick
But
scars.
that's right, dude. But my shit, it's crazy because it's still all like numb over here, like where I got the plate.
So how are you touring? Are you touring while you're injured?
Right.
No. I just got off the Palmer Squares tour, and I got back to Brooklyn, and I was in town for like 4 days. I was supposed to be here for like a couple months till the holidays to go visit my family in Vermont, but I fucked myself up like 4 days being back. So then I just went back to Vermont because luckily I still have Vermont Medicaid, which
Nice.
crazy.
Nice. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. All right. Quick question, random.
Your sound went out, bro.
Mine did?
No.
Can you still see me?
I got you.
No, there you go. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. Oh wait, one
Right.
sec. Sorry, I fucking hate. My buddy's trying to pick up a record that I left at my parents' house, and I gotta try to coordinate that
Sell the
shit.
merch.
Can you
Sell
still
merch.
see me?
No.
Fucking A. Hold on, one sec.
Good.
God damn
Sell
it.
your merch, bro. We love shameless
God damn
self-promotion.
it.
And
No, you know what? This is a
around
first,
here.
though. This is probably
Hold
a
on.
first during the interviews. Like, hold on, I need to make a sale.
This
Good
is
for
terrible.
you. No. That
Can you
was
see-
impressive. That was
This
impressive.
is terrible. Hold up. I gotta go tell my roommate to call my friend.
Dude,
What do you think?
if
Yes,
this
call
was
Danny,
like the
please.
early 90s,
All right.
you'd have the Zach
This is-
Morris cell phone.
Yeah,
This
right?
Nate Renmus.
What's up, y'all?
Where the
Yo,
fuck?
yo.
There he is.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Nate. But anyways, Ethan's about to sort this shit out. Ethan, tell him to just go in the house if whatever. Just tell him to go in the house. Maybe fucking A. God damn it. I'm terrible at planning, time management.
It's all
Jesus.
good, bro. It's all
Sorry,
good.
fellas. Whatever.
No. I think this leads into my question.
Okay.
All right. If you could go back, say 10 years and talk to your younger self, what would be the first piece of advice you would give yourself?
Become a plumber. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. No, I would just say, I mean, really, what the fuck can you say? Because if I was like, keep going, in fucking 10 years, you're going to be doing okay.
Right.
Or whatever. Or like, you're going to hit this certain level of whatever. It's like, if you say that, I mean, I don't even know where the fuck I am right now. I like, how do you know if you've like made it or something? It's like, music is my job and I feel blessed for that. Like, it's crazy, but maybe I'm not as like big as I thought I would be, or maybe I'm bigger than I thought I would be. I can't call it. So if I told myself when I was younger exactly where I am right now, I probably wouldn't even understand. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things. It's like you kind of have to like struggle and scrape through all of it to even have any sort of fucking understanding of what's happening around you, I think.
Truly.
So if
truly
I went back, I guess I would just say like, keep doing what you're doing is all I would say, probably. You know what I mean? Stay true to yourself. That's what I would say.
That you are. You are definitely someone that wears their own shoes very well. You really do. It's always been a standout quality for me and why I appreciate what you do. And even that, like, I kind of want to switch, but let's talk about Blue, if you don't mind. I fucking love that record.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I fucking worked on that shit for a lot of those songs were like made. I mean, a lot of them have been like re-recorded and fucked with a bunch, but a lot of them are from like pre-Flow Stimulus. Like this shit was supposed to come out like around the time when COVID happened, and then that shit, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just postpone this thing until this madness is over.
Right.
And then as a product of COVID, I kind of just made the Flow Stimulus shit just for fun, being Pajama Sam, and I mean that ended up being one of my like favorite things I've ever done. I think that album is pretty sick. But Probably just because he's on the beats too. You know what I mean? I always fucking
That was
critique
definitely
myself
good.
super. Yeah,
That was.
Thank you,
I
bro.
think that one. When that one
But yeah,
came
no,
out right
I'm
after.
really proud of.
Didn't that one came after the one where what was the cover where you was like right next to the dumpster with the leather jacket?
Yeah, So that was I mean, it wasn't right after that. That was Jarvage Volume 2. So that was Jarvage Volume 2 was I think October of 2018, and then Flow Stimulus was uh December 1st of 2020. Yeah.
Oh
So
damn.
there's like
Okay.
2 years.
Give or take, but
Yeah.
nonetheless,
That's
the
pretty much like
catalog
my
speaks.
fucking routine lately. It's like yeah, that's pretty much my routine. Like every 2 years I drop a project. Lately, you know, the past 3 have been 2 years apart each one. So
Now, what's your process? So you make the beats and you write all your rhymes. So do you go into it making all the beats first and then tailoring the rhymes to the beats, or is it just a mishmash?
usually I like to write to a beat, you know what I mean? If you need to have like the drums. If you don't write to the drums, it's like the patterns kind of revolve around the kick and the snare for me at least.
Absolutely.
So yeah, normally I'll just make a beat, and if I fuck with it, I'll just start writing. And then I'll kind of spruce up the beat a little more later, like get the extra shit, you know. But I kind of or I'll like make a bunch of beats, and I'll just go through shit one day. I'll be like, I feel like writing some shit, and then I'll just like find a beat that I've made and write to it, and then kind of sequence the beat out and everything and whatever. You know what I mean? Like mainly, uh, the beat's just important because the beat will kind of tell me the story. Like the vibe of it will tell me is it a sad song? Is it a funny song? Is it like a fucking hardcore bars in your face shit? You know?
Which you
But I
do
need the
all
beat
very
first to be
well.
able to know.
Well, see,
You
and
do
I
you do
kind of
all
wanted.
those
Thank you,
styles
thank you,
very, very well.
Well, I wanted to circle back to Blue,
thank you, man.
and the reason why I do is because I know you got the storytelling, the flow, the cadence, wordplay, breath control, things like that. You have a lot of very good attributes for technical skill, but Blue was more of a like it was more reflective, and it was something that I know every artist has
Yeah.
something that pushes them to kind of write that way. But what was it that triggered you to write a record so like just one? It was just right there. What you see is what you get.
Yeah, I mean, I always try to, unlike every one of my projects, I at least have a couple tracks that are kind of reflective or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's always been a thing where, you know, I don't want to just be, you know, kicking bars the whole time, every time. Mainly because like I like writing, you know what I mean? I want people to know that I have like a toolbox of, you know
Right.
what I mean? I have an assortment of styles and skills or whatever. That's always been important to me because all my favorites have multiple styles. You know, I don't know, different
No,
different
I hear
types
you.
of
It's good
songs.
to be
Like
well rounded.
and so, I mean, obviously, I was probably feeling fucking depressed or some shit one night, but you know what I mean. I made the beat and I was like, oh, this is like some blue shit or whatever. And yeah, I was like, oh, I'll write the first verse about, you know, being a fucking horny bastard / like wanting a serious relationship and that whole fucking dichotomy there. And then the second verse is about just being like a nostalgic freak because I'm always like I had an awesome childhood. Like a lot of people don't have that, but like my sister, I have 2 older sisters and they're like way older. So I think my parents like, you know, fucked them up and they had
Right,
kind of
right.
figured out by the time I came around. They just kind of let me do my thing and I just, you know, was playing fucking GTA and listening to rap music and riding my bike and shit. So my childhood was tight and I'm always nostalgic about that. And that's kind of a problem in my life, I feel like, you know. But
How
so that's
so?
the second verse and whatever. That's
What? How so though? How so would that be a problem if you don't?
how is it a problem, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, you can't look back too much, you know. It's important to just like you spend your life like, oh man, I miss these days. Those were the days. And it's
Okay.
like
Okay.
that shit is fucking pointless. But I can't it's just how I am, but it drives me nuts.
I think I mean, with a different perspective, it shows appreciation for it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
But
so
yeah, I mean, I love it. I'm thankful that. But
back to your childhood though, like what was the first album, CD, artist that baptized you, that made you just want to jump in this shit head first?
Let me think. Well, so my sister's like, this was in like the Napster days, like early, and we had like dial, like fucking dial-up internet. Yeah. And so my sister's, I remember I had like one of the early Tony Hawk games, and there was like a bunch of songs on it that I loved, and I was like, Hillary, or I can't remember which one of my sisters it was, but I was like, make me a mix CD, please, because they were always making mix CDs for themselves. I was like, I want one. I just got this boom box, so I on that first mix CD, I had like fucking "If You Must" by Del the Funky Homo Sapien. I had fucking, I think I had like Exhibit, like Alcoholic was on there.
Wow.
Fucking Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With was on there. Hoochie Mama by Two Live Crew was on there.
Nice.
Like it was just a crazy assortment. Break Your Neck by Busta Rhymes was on there, which that was probably one of the first like fast rap shit I ever heard, and I didn't know what the fuck he was saying, but I was just like, I would be like doing the sounds in my room, just like.
No, all right. Well, thank you, sisters.
This is kind of a cool story though. One of the first times I remember being like obsessed with a song was in 6th grade. Children's Story by Slick Rick was on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on the Playback FM radio station. And I would just drive around because I didn't have the internet. Like I didn't know how to use the internet. I was a little kid. My sisters knew, but I don't know, the internet, just dial up. I didn't have the patience as a little kid. I'm like, fuck that shit. So I'm just like, what is this song? I'd heard it a couple times in the game. So then eventually I would just drive around and wait for the song to come on. And I would just pull the car over and turn my little TV up and just be like, once upon a time, not long ago. Like, I was like, this guy's voice, the story, like, yeah, the storytelling of the whole shit, like, I loved it.
He's my number one. That's actually the one that birthed me, no question. When I heard, it was Indian Girl. I was so young. I heard Indian Girl off the Great Adventures, and I lost my fucking mind. I was like, that's it. I was done from there. But yes, Rick is definitely up there for me.
Yeah, bro.
Being
he's
Vermont,
in my top 5 for sure.
Being from Vermont's not usually known as like a hotbed for hip hop. In New England, we have Boston, you got Providence, you got Hartford, and all those places. What was it like coming up trying to rap in Vermont? Because like we don't see a lot of people coming from there.
I mean, really, it was, I don't know, all my friends were into it and everything, and it honestly felt pretty natural to me. Like I've just been a hip hop nerd since I was a kid, like I was saying, so I don't know, it was just fun. We started obviously like making kind of funny songs and shit, which I think is kind of standard a lot of the times, but it just morphed into like, I got my first like beat machine, and I'm just like, yeah, I really want to do this shit. And that was in like, the first song I ever made was in 9th grade, and it was a joke song called P and the V, and it was just about like fucking girls, and I was like a virgin or whatever, so it was kind of funny. But that shit just morphed into like, within like 1 to 2 years, I'm like, oh, I'm just actually like writing bars now and like trying to like spit, and everybody in my high school like fucked with it. Nobody like gave me shit. Nobody was a dick or anything. Like everybody was like, damn, this is dope, dude. So I don't know. It was really pretty simple. And there was already some like rappers from my town and stuff. Like this dude XP, he was really dope. He's still rapping and shit, I'm pretty sure. I haven't really spoken to him in a long time, but yeah, so I don't know. It wasn't that crazy. It seems like perfect. Farm animals and shit, but
listen, this is perfect to piggyback off of what you just said about there's rappers in your city and things of that nature. Now, you are a standout in your area, and I know from traveling around in New Hampshire, Maine, around your area, Jarv holds heavyweight, and there's a reason why. There's obviously a reason why. But there has to be a point when rappers from your same area start to take shots at the king. How do you deal with that in a sense where people come at you for nonsense?
Well, so there's been a couple times where like people, local dudes have like dissed me or whatever. And the first time, this dude who's like he's a magician, and he was like trying to be a rapper for a little while, and he asked me to do a song with him, and I didn't really want to do a song with him, so I was like, yeah, dude, $500 for the verse. And that was right after I got off tour with like Ari the Rugged Man and shit. So I had a little kind of buzz going at the time, especially in like my little small town shit. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a couple $100 and I'll give you a verse. And then he's like, okay, I'll think about it. And then I hear him put a line in one of his songs where he said I remember the rhyme. He said, half a band for a verse, you must be starving, Nathan Jarvis. And I was like, what the fuck, this motherfucker, dude? But I didn't even say a thing about it. And then he made another song over the definition of a rap flow beat, a whole song about me. And then I saw him at the bar, and my friends, there was like a punk show going on, a bunch of my friends in like punk bands in Claremont, New Hampshire. And there's like just a drum set. There was like a set break. There was plenty of time in between sets. It's a fucking disorganized punk show. And I go up to the guy and I'm like, dude, I heard your little song about me, bro. That was pretty cute. I was like, how about Ethan will get on the drum set and we'll battle in front of everybody right now? And he's like, I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper. And I'm like, well, you made a fucking rap song about me. So as far as I'm concerned, you're a rapper.
You're a rapper, right?
And then he just kept saying, I'm not a rapper. And he was like, I'm not going to battle. No. I'm like, well, all right, dude. So in my mind, I won that one already.
Correct.
And then this other kid dissed me in a song, and he said he did this whole verse, and he said at the end, he goes, I'm the best local rapper, fuck Jarv. I'm the best local rapper, fuck Jarv. Yeah, I said it twice because I am too nice. I remember that. And then I made a song and just fucking obliterated the kid, and he quit rapping and everything, which was pretty sick.
That was
and then he reached
comeback.
Yeah. And then he hit me up a couple years later and was like, he's like, hey man, I want to get back into rapping, but that shit really like hurt my self-esteem and shit, because people would like put it on at parties and stuff, I guess. So wow. I don't know. That was pretty funny. But since then, I'm like no other like local shit. Like I've had a couple other people since then, and I'm just like, nope, I'm done.
Now,
like it is what it is.
Trying to like grasp at straws, or do they have validity behind what they're doing?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Another one of the dudes who's like dissed me he's from Claremont, New Hampshire. He's like, he would always just talk shit on Facebook all the time, and literally I could show receipts. A couple years back, he hit me up one time and asked if we could do like a fake beef to like generate fucking shit. And I'm like, dude, suck my dick, you fucking maniac. No. What? Wow. So yeah, wild. people are crazy, dude.
That's wild.
It seems as if
but that's the extent of it. Mostly everybody is supportive.
And it just seems like if you were to go at somebody, it would be for a reason rather than just taking shots to get fucking recognition. You feel me?
Right.
To me, I don't see you as someone that would be involved in some type of static for no fucking reason. And it baffled me when I saw a lot of things like that come your way. And I was like, wow, this dude's legit. What are you talking about? Like,
yeah. I mean, it is what it is. People like to talk, you know what I mean? Also, absolutely. Like if you get like hater comments and shit, that's fucking standard. Like you're gonna see that shit, and it bothers me. Like I'll remember one comment for like fucking 2 years, you know what I mean, or more. But
to tell you the God's honest truth, when I started getting like negative feedback, I felt positive about it because I knew that it was reaching outside of my inner circle.
Yeah.
Right,
you know
exactly. I mean? It's like obviously your friends aren't going to say that shit, so it's good that somebody's seeing it.
Right.
Even if they hate it, whatever, fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, valid or not.
Yeah.
I want to bring it back to some Facebook encounters or Instagram encounters. Some of the little question here, a little segment we call Tales from the Internet. All right. So it could be a weird, crazy story. It could be a stalker story. What is your definitive tale from the internet?
Well,
Yeah,
let me
we
think,
get this. We
dude.
get people thinking.
Yeah, this it. God, I'm always terrible when I'm put on the spot like this. I'm like, damn. Well, fuck.
You knew you expected some
Think.
curveballs.
Well, there was
Yeah.
one time I remember a chick. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, one time there was like some OnlyFans chick who posted a video on Twitter, like naked and shit, like dancing around. I mean, that was pretty tight, but I don't know. It's not that weird. It's just that's
No,
fucking
that's not
Twitter.
right. That's a good one.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, I don't know. I always like avoid like the psycho stalker people, you know? Like I'll have dudes hit me up and just it'll be you could just scroll and it's just like messages, and I'm like, I don't know. Like I guess if I indulge those people more, then I would definitely have some crazy internet tales. But and obviously the second I turn this off, I'm gonna immediately like think of at least 6 funny
Yeah.
stories.
Right.
Yeah,
But yeah,
definitely.
I mean, I guess the best I got right now is the naked OnlyFans Twitter chick, but she wasn't even that hot either. But I guess that kind of makes it better in a way.
That does add a little spice to it.
Right.
It does. It
Right.
does.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's natural.
All
Little
right.
stretch marks and stuff, you know.
You got to appreciate. You have to. I do. But now we're gonna switch. Top 3 female MCs of all time.
I'll say MC Light is my number one. I love just her cadence and everything. Uh, who the fuck? I mean, I love Oh, I love Ladybug Mecca, Diggable Planets. She's the shit.
Good pick.
Nobody really raps like her, I think. You know, she's got that like nice voice. It's really sounds friendly, but still really
Very,
dope.
very scary. Like,
And what'd you say? I missed that.
I said, her voice is very fairy. Like,
Right, yeah, exactly.
like almost
Exactly.
dreamy. Yeah.
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 I'd say the other one would be fuck. This is another one where I know I'm gonna forget somebody. I would probably say Heather B, man. Maybe Heather B.
That's a good pull.
Heather B's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. That song, what's
That's
the
a
song?
good pull.
Send Them Back or what? That song is fucking fire. Is that the one? I think that's the song. I don't know. There's no, I suck at this shit. There's not enough female MCs, you know, obviously. But
you gotta tune in. There's definitely a lot more coming out.
Yeah, there's a lot more now.
10 years that have just been like mind blowing in the sense of it doesn't even matter female
like
or not.
who you like
I'll put it
like
right
Young
away.
MA or something, or is it Young MA or
Rhapsody is like
Rhapsody's dope. Yeah, Rhapsody's really dope. Rhapsody's
both her
fucking fire.
projects are all three projects. She's fucking phenomenal.
Ciroc,
Sarok's another one. She's incredible. Like bars.
Yeah, Sarok's fucking fire too. See,
Honey Dinero.
Exactly. I'm an idiot.
Honey
I'm
Dinero,
like, I just
and then
forget
we
all
also-
this shit.
But then you got like, you got your Rod Diggers and you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of different as the game goes, but then you got your 3D Natties and your Lakele 47s, and there's so many dope females out there right now that are just it's mind-boggling how there isn't more put on it. Shay is another one from New York. She produces and raps. She's fucking crazy. But I just asked that to see where it's at.
That other chick, Tierra Whack, right? That's
there you go.
Whack.
She's bananas, man. She's got her flow pattern. She's crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Yep. Absolutely. So you see a lot as you keep going, and I'm sure you rub elbows with a lot of people. What was probably your biggest interaction where you felt like shit? I'm in the right spot. There had to have been like someone you looked up to that really like it gave you that nod of validation.
Yeah, I mean the RA shit obviously is crazy,
big time.
And he's a fucking man. But also, I don't know if you guys are like comedy fans, but Andrew Santino has his podcast Whiskey Ginger, and at one point a couple years ago he released the instrumental to like the theme song, opening song, and he's like, if any MCs want to spit on this, we'll play the best ones on the next episode. So I did a verse for that. and like him and fucking Michael Rappaport were like played it on the air and we're talking about it and like loved it. And then so I'm from Vermont. I saw that he was going to be doing the live podcast at the Just for Laughs Festival in Montreal. And that's like 3 hours north of where my hometown is, you know? So I hit him up and I'm like, dude, if you want, I would love to open the show with like, I'll do the rhyme and like introduce you and shit. And he's like, yeah, that sounds dope. Come on up or whatever. So I go up and the guests on the live pod were Bobby Lee and fucking Black Thought.
No shit.
Yeah, bro. And then so I like did the rhyme and introduced them. And then afterwards, Black Thought like dapped me up and everything and was like super, super like cool and like gave me a ton of, he like bigged me up and it was crazy. And Andrew Santino told me, he was like, yeah, dude, when I was backstage, like waiting to get called out, he's like, Black Thought asked him if it was like actually live. Like he thought that me rapping was a recording and shit. And I'm like, that's pretty dope. And then just to make it even crazier, like a week later, a couple days later, whatever, like I made a little Instagram post and tagged him and whatever, tagged everybody. And then Black Thought slid into my DMs and like paid me a big compliment. And I was like, it was crazy.
That's definitely huge. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that was definitely like the biggest, like, you know, mind-boggling thing that happened to me.
That is very surreal almost when the people that you look up to like kind of just reach out to you and let you know what they appreciate out of you. It's definitely like you have to step back and be like,
wow, right. It's like, wow,
it's insane. I mean, for me, it's like, that's the whole, not the whole reason. The whole reason is that I like to make music, you know what I mean? But it's like before anything, like acknowledgement from like your idols is like, that's kind of like the golden thing to me personally. It's like, damn, like this dude that I look up to knows I exist. That's fucked up.
Right.
I got a two-part question. Who are your holy grails? One, as an MC to work with, and two, as a producer to produce for.
So as a producer to like make beats for me, you mean? Okay.
No,
so
you to produce
a producer that you're producing for and an MC you want to work with.
Okay.
Who are the two tops?
MC I'd want to work with would be probably Edon. Edon's my favorite MC.
Very good pick.
It'd be either Edon or Q-Tip. And then so the producer, I mean, wait, so you're saying that a producer that like would make beats for me to rap on, or an MC that I would make beats for them to rap on?
The second.
Okay.
The second.
An MC that I would like to hear on my beats would be, probably Slick Rick. Really, I feel like that would be crazy.
That'd be an honor.
Yeah, it'd be wild.
Yeah, I mean that would be so fucked up. It would be nuts. But I would love to hear it. You know, or Q-Tip. I don't know. Q-Tip would be awesome too. But Q-Tip's great at making beats himself. He doesn't fucking need my help. So, I mean, I'm sure Slick Rick could probably make
I hear a lot of those
influences
in you. I hear a lot of those influences, like Q-Tip, the storytelling that you do, the Slick Rick. Farside, actually, when I started listening to you this morning, I instantly thought Farside for some reason. Was that a big influence on you?
Yeah, I fucking love Farside, dude.
Yeah, it's the first thing
for sure.
That's kind of wild.
No doubt, dude. I fucking love Farside. Like, oh shit, like the song "Oh Shit" was always one of my jams. Or like "Your Mama," that's like one of the dopest songs ever to me. Like, especially with the humor. Like, I love the Farside's humor, especially in the first album. And then like the classics like "Running" and whatever. Right. You know what I mean? Classics. And Fat Lip. Like, Fat Lip is like the song. Who am I kid and who am I fool? And when they be like, "What's up, Fat Lip?" And I was, that song?
Yeah.
That was on a Tony Hawk's Game too, I think.
Yeah, I think it was too. I think it was on 2 or maybe 1.
Yeah. Classic.
See, I think Dave Mero was my favorite soundtrack because they had "Bugging Out" from Tribe.
Oh shit! Yeah, I think I had that game too. I'm pretty sure. Or no, I had Matt Hoffman. I had the Matt Hoffman game.
Both legends.
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny how all those games exploded too. Every guy that was big in that time after Tony Hawk made his game, that was it. Everybody was slapping that licensing, putting those names on those games, and selling millions.
It worked.
Yep.
Dude,
Yep.
millions.
Exactly. There was even a fucking wakeboarding one.
That's insane. There was a wakeboarding game. Someone said yes to that.
Yeah, it was like Sean. What the fuck was? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Sean somebody wakeboarding, bro.
The fact that you know that is incredible. But all right.
I rented it from Video Time and played it for a week.
Well, you were late on it too, huh?
What? Oh yeah, you know that dude. Fucking late fees out the wazoo.
Facts. All right. So look, how has the transition been from Vermont transferring over to Brooklyn now, being that music is your job?
It's dope, dude. I fucking love being back here. Or like I say being back because I've really been in Vermont since like summer. Like it through a cluster of fucking reasons. I keep ending up in Vermont, but now I'm like finally like back in Brooklyn. And it just feels great. Like going from Vermont to Brooklyn, the reason I did it wasn't to like make it or anything like that. I was just like, I've lived in a small town my whole life. I want to be in a city. Like I want to experience what it's like to live in a city. And I'm like, I'm not going to go to fucking Burlington. I'm not going to go to Portland. I'm not going to go to, I mean, Boston would be all right. I mean, I love all of those places, but I'm like, I might as well go to fucking New York City. Like the place where everything that I love the most is from, you know, like hip hop, skateboarding, fucking graffiti. Like it's the coolest place, I think. And like stepping outside my door and just seeing graffiti, especially like seeing dudes with like, you know, like just there's this dude Flash. I see it everywhere throughout Brooklyn. Like, and that shit is the coolest thing ever to me. I'm like, oh look, there's Flash up there in that building. Like it's so sick. So it's like a dream come true to me. So it's yeah. Who's that?
His name's Grime, but everywhere we go in Rhode Island, you see Grime, and it's in the most random spots everywhere. And like we always just shout it out, we take a picture and send it to each other. Like, yo, he's here. It's definitely something cool as shit.
I love that shit, dude. It's so sick, so cool.
Where do you want to bring yourself sonically? Where do you see the peak?
I don't know, man. I mean, I have a couple projects that are still like in the canon that are pretty much done. So I got this one EP that's like a whole story from front to back, and then I got like Jarvis Volume 3 will come out, and that'll be kind of my standard routine. But then I got like a kind of more, like I play guitar and shit too, and I got kind of a guitar song album that I'm gonna do eventually. It'll still be like rooted in hip hop, but I'm not gonna be like kicking a bunch of bars and shit. You know, I'll be like kind of singing more on it and stuff. But it'll be like not super sappy, like bullshit, serious stuff. They're kind of like funny songs, you know. Eventually, I want to even make like a children's album, which under a different alias, but
really,
but I don't know. I got all sorts of shit that I want to do. I want to do like an album of like all jazz standards, but with like a hip hop beat and shit, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have random sonic aspirations that we'll see if they ever actually happen. But
well, so then there's no peak.
Also, I'm working on a project. Right. I got a project that I'm working on with my buddy, a beat maker from Burlington named SK, ES-K, Essential Knowledge, and that shit we're making it's no computers. He's doing all the beats on a SP 404 and a SP 303, straight into a 4-track tape recorder, and he's doing the beats live, and I'm just like spitting live, and the shit sounds crazy. Like we have like 13, 14 tracks for it already. But dope. We got to do but they're like short songs because we get together for like a weekend and just make as much as we can. And to me, that's like my favorite shit that I've ever made. So I can't wait for that shit to come out because it just sounds like grimy. Like I love like shit that sounds like terrible. You know what I mean? Like I love like dusty fucking like dirty mixtapes or like demos from the fucking early 90s, you know. So I don't know. That's my my peak, I think.
The dust, dirt, and grime is the soul. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
bro.
Yeah.
For real. That shit that's too clean. I mean, it's good, whatever. It can be great still, but there's like a heart and soul in like the dirt,
Right.
you know.
I want my shit to sound like it came off a record.
Yeah, exactly. Same, dude. You need that crackle, that snap, crackle, pop.
The warmth. It's that warmth. It's an actual vibration that makes it that much better. I mean, it is. You know, some shit just isn't recorded the same. You know, technical aspect or whatever,
Right.
but it's not the same. So when you
Right,
have
it's like people. Well, I was gonna say like people recording like real like live drums and shit. It's like unless you have a dope engineer who's like creative with it, like it doesn't really do much for me. Like you need drum like there's nothing like a good classic drum break with some fucking filth on it, you know, and some fucking stank on it, you know. I need some dirt, like you can't beat it. Like the tones of the shit, you just can't beat it. So I'm an old school record fanatic, you know what I mean?
I look forward to hearing that though. A live project off a 4-track. That sounds interesting as shit. Seriously.
Yeah, I'll send you the shit after this, bro.
Please do.
Don't leak it.
Don't
No, man. No Request Radio Saturday night, 7 to 11.
right. But, I got another
Right.
question you'd like to ask the guests around here, and it could be anything from a tiny little thing or whatever your world ender is. It's called "What's Your Issue?" Could be your issue for the day, could be your issue for the year. Jarv, what's your issue?
My issue, I'll say, my issue, and this is gonna sound fucking stupid because I got long hair and everything, but my issue is men being too effeminate these days. That's my issue. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
That's my issue. And driving in New York, that's my other issue.
Oh, that's gotta be
It's
horrible.
my two issues. Yeah, it's a
Driving in New
nightmare,
York's
honestly.
gotta be one of the worst things ever. Driving in Boston sucks.
Yeah.
Driving in Providence sucks, but driving in New York must be murder.
Yeah.
Murder.
Well, driving in Boston, I think, is worse. But
yeah.
Well, it's because all the one ways and all that bullshit.
It's all
Like,
because they made it in fucking 1702 or something. But
yeah, it's all fucking backwards engineering of streets. But,
so look,
right, but it's just in New York, people are so aggressive.
Oh my God, yeah.
They're so aggressive in New York.
So,
like the light turns green, it'll be green for literally 0.2 seconds, and they're like, and I'm like, I'm fucking going, dude, Jesus.
You should have been waiting. Yeah,
it's fine. I'll get over it.
You'll learn.
That's when you do 5 miles an hour in front of them, just nice and slow.
Yeah, and I just hold my middle finger up and then
right.
Get my ass kicked.
Yeah, welcome to New York.
Yeah.
But look, what's your issue this week?
Yeah.
My issue?
Yeah, what's your issue?
I really honestly don't have one. I'm trying not to have an issue. Maybe that's my issue. I don't know. But getting into the new year, I want to come in on a positive vibe. I don't want to have to deal with all that negative bullshit anymore.
I feel you.
If I had to really pick one,
That's beautiful.
Is that new TikTok trend where the chicks are trying to do like that. They call it the demon pose. It's like just straight up face down, ass up pose. But that's like the new thing I'm starting to see like throughout all of social media, which is like, all right, come on, you know.
I have to do some
research. So weird.
Yeah, you're gonna have to look into it. I mean, it's not bad. Like, you're trying to get sickening after it's like 300-400. After you scroll and you see 300 or 400 of them. So maybe
300-400 fucking 17-year-old girls. You're just like,
it's like, dude, come on, stop.
Can't they bring back the milk crate challenge?
Yeah, something that's gonna hurt them rather than
get us all in trouble,
you know.
That.
But
stop trying to make me horny.
Seriously, what the fuck? But I'll say my issue this week is the jealous baby daddy / ex-boyfriend. Just I'm sorry, bro.
Yep.
Chill the fuck out.
It's no good.
You know, but I think it comes to this machismo or this insecurity where like now that person's bringing drama to somebody else's life, but you don't have that same energy anywhere else. It's not brought face to face. It's not talked about. There's an easier way to deal with things if need be. But the rah, 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 huff and puff and shut the fuck up, go sit down. Shut the fuck up, go sit down.
Yeah. No
that's my issue for the week. Like, dude, just chill out. Just chill out.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have that problem. That's got to be some bullshit.
You know, it's a compliment. It's a gift and a curse. You know, it's a gift and a curse.
Like I seen it like growing up with like my sister's boyfriends and ex-boy baby daddy, even my parents or whatever. But I've never had because I don't have kids, so I don't have to worry about that sort of thing.
I'm talking about like there's a certain you know, we're at a point in life where, you know, people got kids, but like life doesn't stay that way. So sometimes, you know, she gonna venture out somewhere else. Don't be mad at me. Sorry.
Right.
We had a good time. She was cool. Everything was respectful. I'm a gentleman.
So it's her baby daddy that is like.
Yeah. It's like the ex that's like you're insecure about it anyway, but now you're really insecure.
Yeah.
Now you're really bad about it, and it's just one of those things where like it brings nothing to the table for anybody.
Yeah, and it only makes the dude freaking out look like a fucking idiot.
Correct. Right. And then it like because you're not going to stop the show, so it's just going to make you that much more upset, and it's no good in that sense. Like if the roles was reversed in the sense, or even if you knew that it was a different person, like, bro, you don't have to worry about someone being, you know, disrespected or degraded or anything like that. What's your fucking problem? Go the fuck out.
Right.
Either that or
ridiculous.
Else, you know what I mean? Like you could catch me at 555. I wish the fuck you would. And other than that, yeah, have a great day.
I was like, signing off.
Well, you know what I mean. That's all I can say for it. You know, I feel like Forrest Gump at the end of it. That's all I could say about that.
It must be like from the baby daddy perspective, he's losing his mind, and it's just total insecurity.
Absolutely it is, because
I don't understand that part of it.
Well, I think that the problem is a lot of people think they were the first person to, you know, land on the moon, and it's like that's not what happened, bro. So chill out, Neil Armstrong ass.
One testicle having ass.
Right, like, just sit down, ride a bike.
They want
yellow bracelet wearing ass.
That's the only flag.
Get a hobby.
Right. Or
get a road bike.
Find another moon to land on.
Right, do something with your life, but just like cut it the fuck out. Either that or else, like, you know, go find somebody else for yourself, but chill the fuck out. Right. I'll leave it at that. We're gonna get close to wrapping it up here, right?
Definitely,
and you let the people know, you know, shameless plug where you're at. Tell your favorite porn stars where they can reach you. All that good stuff.
What's going on? What you got dropping? When? Where you doing shows? Whatever. Shameless plug.
Word. So I just put out my my album, as we kind of spoke about, The Amalgam. It came out December 2nd, so it's out. There it is. I got vinyl. I've got I'm out of sweatshirts, but I have CDs. I have cassette tapes. I have fucking T-shirts. So yeah, go buy some merch, or don't buy merch without listening to it. I do have some skateboard. Yeah, I made fucking skateboard decks and shit. I got a couple left, not a bunch, but I do have some left. 825 and 8125 for my shredders out there. And let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Go check it out on Spotify or whatever. My name is Jarv, Jarv. And on social media and shit, it's at Jarv Makes Music. You'll see my ugly face if you type those letters in. So, yeah, that's really it. I have a tour coming up in April, but it's not announced yet. So I'm the little opener. So I don't know if I'm at liberty to really say anything, but whatever. But yeah, I'll be posting about it and shit. So follow me on or Instagram, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Wonderful.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, you know, whenever you're in town or you're around the way, you know, always roll out the carpet for you anytime. And I look forward to hearing the new projects. Please send me that other project you got. I will not. I will not.
Sure.
But we definitely appreciate your time, bro. Thank you for joining us here.
Hey, thank you. My pleasure. This was fun, dude. I had a good time.
Always is.
Sorry for like trying to sell merch in the middle of it. So
no worries.
Perfect.
We love it. We love it.
Perfect.
We love that shit. Again, thank you, Jarv, for being a part of the Hip Hop Happy Hour podcast. And we're definitely gonna have to have you back on, maybe after the tour in April. Something, we'll work something out. Again, thank you so much for joining us, giving us your time. And yeah, everybody, you guys need to go check his shit out. Hit the Spotify. You got a Bandcamp, obviously. Everybody got a Bandcamp. Hit his Bandcamp.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that. Bandcamp is where I'm selling my merch. If you want merch, like if you want to get a record or whatever, CD, fucking t-shirt, go to Bandcamp. That's Jarv on Bandcamp. That's where it is.
On Bandcamp. All right, fellas. Again, thank you, fellas, for joining. Uncle, as always.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. For anybody there, check us out. No Request Radio, Saturdays 7 to 11 on WBRU 360. We play it all, play everything. I even got a few blends with Jarv. So, you know what I mean? Like, I definitely do. I rock that new Prof joint. That's fire. You can check us out every Saturday. We go live. And I'll be here every Thursday sitting down. This is, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Again, thank you so much. Jarv, good luck.
Thank you.
Keep grinding, doing your thing. We'll be looking forward to everything you're putting out. So.
Hell yeah, boys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Guys. Have a good night. Corner Crew.
Yes, sir.
We out.
Peace.